MMAfighting.com. We are here with Anthony Pettis ahead of his fight with Diego Ferreira. I saw on Embedded that you were talking about the name value that you're bringing to this fight as opposed to Diego. I mean, you just took on Nate Diaz, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. Do you have to be convinced to take a fight like this, or with a lesser known opponent?
Not at all. No, I think anybody in the UFC is tough opponents. You know, I was on the mindset of like, let me get big fights, let me get a title shot. I'm just here to fight, you know, and that's what I love fighting. And I gave myself a year off of cutting weight to going to 155 pounds. It was a health reason why I did that. You know, I wanted to make sure I could do it back healthy, and I just did it this time by myself, and I feel amazing. So we'll see me at 55 and 170 possibly.
As a former champion and a man who has made huge headlines around the world with the likes of the Showtime kick, is the pressure on you to impress? Because obviously when people are going to look at this card, your name comes up, they're like, oh, Anthony Pettis. We all know all about this guy, whereas Diego may be lesser known to the US audiences and internationally. Do you feel like it's more pressure on you in that regard?
Oh, man, I feel like I'm chilling. You know, I woke up 5 pounds overweight. This is my last media obligation until the fight. This is all about Conor and Cowboy. I get to just chill out and fight.
I wanted to ask you about that because I believe Duke posted at one stage thinking that the fight was going to happen between you and Cerrone. Was that on for a while?
These guys, I almost fought both of these guys. I think Conor was offered to me in the summertime, but it fell through. It was supposed to be like Madison Square Garden. And then me and Cowboy were just agreed upon a fight in January because no one wanted to fight us. We both were trying to find fights. So I just reached out like, hey, you want to fight? And he's like, yeah, let's fight. You know, 170, 155. And Cowboy's a cool ass dude, man. It couldn't happen to a better guy for him to have his shot right now and be where he's at. I'm happy for him.
Is it frustrating when you come off on the end of that without the fight, though?
Not at all. Nope. I'm here for. I feel like I'm 32 years old. I got a long time in this sport, man. So when it's gonna happen, if it does happen, it's supposed to happen. It will happen. My only job is to keep getting better, and that's what I've been focusing on. Is getting better and progressing in my career.
It's interesting when you think about, Conor himself. He comes back, and there was all the talk. I believe you were the first super fight he was looking for because he had just won the featherweight title, and it seemed like you guys were going to fight at one stage. Like, is that one that feels like it's gotten away from you, or do you still feel that's at play now? You seem to be in that conversation constantly.
Yeah, not really. I mean, like I said, if it's supposed to happen, it will happen. It's not like I'm out. Like, I don't go out there and ask for the fight. I'm not like, Conor, let's fight. Like, if it happens, it happens. Like, whoever wants to fight, let's fight. And that's where we're at right now. Carlos Diego Ferreira wanted to fight, and we're here.
I was really impressed by Diego in Abu Dhabi because he came in against Tyson, a guy we are all really, really jumping up and down about in Europe, and he got that decision. What do you think of this guy? Do you think he's flying under the radar in this division? Like, good old win streak he's put together as well.
I just think this fight's flying under the radar just because it's such a big card. But he's a tough dude, man. He has a 5-fight win streak in one of the best divisions in the UFC. So, you know, he's definitely a game opponent.
You know, your brother recently signed for Bellator. Is that an exciting thing for you guys? Is that a new lease of life for him?
Yeah, I mean, I've been telling this to everybody. We're prize fighters, you know, and Sergio had to make a decision, you know, for his career and his future, and he got a great opportunity with Bellator. Now he gets to take the Pettis name over to a new organization, and it's his ship. You know, it feels good for me to have him go over there, and it's all him over there.
Yeah, and I feel like straight away, like the likes of Gallagher, the big names in there, are straight away talking about Pettis. Like, do you feel like he's really stimulated that division straight off the bat?
I think he gets lost in the UFC a little bit because there's so many big names, you know, and it's hard to stick out when you have so many good fighters and great personalities and huge cards, and the UFC gets behind certain guys. So to see him go over there, and I think he'll have a chance to get a company to get behind him and actually push him.
Just 2 cliche questions to finish this off, Anthony. First of all, what's your prediction for McGregor v. Cerrone?
I said if it ends early, I'm gonna go Conor. That big left hand and the way he just sets his left hand up, it's beautiful. The longer it goes, Cerrone has a chance, you know. And I heard Cerrone say he's not going to take him down. I respect it, man. I'm excited to see a good fight.
And what about yourself? Any tricks up your sleeve? You're obviously known for the spectacular. Do you have a few tricks for us on against Diego yourself?
I'm feeling invincible right now. Like, literally my training camp, like from the Wonderboy training camp, even the Diaz training camp, like, even though I didn't get the result I wanted, so much growth as a fighter and as a person and as an athlete that I'm excited to go show it.
Thank you so much, sir.